Hi, my name is Abhishek Rai and I work for BMC Cloud Lifecycle Management product. Today I'm going to talk about CLM supportability, common location to download log files for SOI provisioning failures. With the release of CLM 4.5, if the SOI fails, a cloud administrator receives email notification from BMC Cloud Lifecycle Management. The troubleshooting hyperlink in the email directs an administrator to the activity logs on the BMC Cloud Lifecycle Management and User Console. From the console, you can download the collective log files to determine the accurate reason as to why the SOI provisioning failed. The plan is to enable cloud admins to update the cloud services.json properties file on the platform manager to specify attributes for downloading logs, setting the log format at BMC server automation side as well. Once you're done with the configuration, Cloud Admin will be able to review the root cause and will be able to download the complete set of logs from a single common location. During the demo, we will review and update the cloud services.json properties. We will also set the log format at the BSS side. This step requires at the BSS side so that transaction IDs gets captured into the BSA logs for the BSA jobs. Let's open the cloud services.json file and review the properties. So I have got the cloud services.json file open at my end. So the first property is log purge frequency. Okay, so by default, the attribute value set for 1 hour and the description says that rate in seconds at which the troubleshoot logs purge task should run. The second property is log retain period. The attribute value is 43200 in seconds, and if you change to hours, it is 120 hours. Let's review the description. It says that time in seconds to retain the troubleshooting logs for a task. So the next property is log archive location. So the log archive location is set to troubleshoot. So this is a folder which is by default under the platform underscore manager directory on the platform manager machine. You can change it as well. And the last property is log parsing limit. And the description says while analyzing logs, chunk out of the complete logs to be considered for parsing purpose in terms of kilobytes. And by default, it's 102400. And if you change it to MB, it's 100 MB. Once you review the properties into cloud services.json file, let's switch to the BSA and configure the logging format. So I'm into BSA machine as of now, and I have already logged in as a blast admin-a, and let's set the logging format. So set logging log format TID, and this will make sure to set the logging format as TID so that transaction ID gets captured into the BSA logs for BSA jobs. You can use show log format to validate the information. Once you're done with the configuration, let's review the notification email. So here is the notification email. So a few minutes back, I submitted a request and I made sure that it gets filled at the BSS side so that I receive the notification, and then I can talk about the notification email and then how you can download the log files. So this was the notification email. It talks about your SY details and then root cause and suggested action. So it says that failed to create server, and the problem was at the BSA side. It says that the job resource pool XYZ was aborted in Blade Logic BSA, and suggested action says that please refer to BSA job. So a step summary says that placement was successful, quota uses was successful as well, configuring network was also successful. The failure was happen at the create server step. So let's review the provisioning detail steps. So it has got category, operation, and details about that category. So placement was fine for the operation network container, then quota, network, server group, again, next, then compute pool, switchboard selection, then configure network, VDR selection, and then at the time of create server, there was an operation called server group, and it got failed. And the description says that failed to create server, and there was a sister action as well. Once you review the details from the notification email, you can use a link which will direct you to the troubleshooting section on the new cloud services console. So let's switch to that. And over here, you can see the same information like root cause, sister action, and then the steps. And here was the steps where the SY failed. Here are the actions and the few actions which we talked in my previous videos. Here is the last action which calls download logs, and when you click on that, it will zip all the logs from different location. For example, BSA, BNA, and CSM. Save this file and switch to the log directory. And I've got this log file in a zip format. I have already extracted that, so let's click on that. As I mentioned, the failure happened at the BSA side. That's the reason I've got two folders. One is carrying the CSM logs and the other having logs from the BSA side. So let's click on that. Let's open the CSM logs. Here you can see that this log will have only information, or it's only covering information around a particular task associated with the SOIs. So it means it will have end-to-end information about the SOI which got failed. So this was about CSM logs. Let's review the logs from the BSA side as well. So switch to the log directory, BSA, and then you have got VG job, then you have got config deployment, job deployment log as well. And these logs will have specific information about the SOI which got failed. So let's open few of them. So let's open job deployment logs, and you can see that it's the transaction ID which we talked earlier, and device not found kind of error there. Then you've got config deployment. These are the console logs basically, and you can review it. So I'm sure now you know how to download logs from a single location for any kind of failures happen with the SY. I hope this video was informative for you, and I would like to thank you for watching this.